Mattel Electronics presents the Intellivision Gamer.
What's going on, guys? Intellivision Gamer here, and we're going to play some Time Pilot today. Since I'm off for a while recovering from my surgery, I figured, you know what, I need to come on and play some of these games a little bit more. Trying to find a spot between all my YouTube buddies is not always easy, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to try some in the morning. I'm going to try some around this time, which works out perfect for me. Just going to be like 45 minutes to an hour. It's probably going to focus on one game, but we might play a few more. So this game, as I was just saying in chat, was from the Intelliclub Pro 2023 that just recently came out. It was a long wait for that one. And there's 3 games that come in this package along with a magazine and a bunch of other goodies. And this was my favorite game of the 3. So if you're still interested in any of those games, I know it's still available, and I believe I have the link in the description already. If you ever need any links or, have any questions about any of the stuff said here or anything in television in general, I usually know it. And if I don't, I know who does. So you can always feel free to send me a message or use the email that's in the description of every video. I do check it periodically, but it's not one that I check daily. But I'm glad to help. I love helping. That's part of the reason why I'm here. I love showing off Intellivision goodies, making everyone aware of what's what, and helping people out. So let's go ahead and check out chat, and then we'll get started in Time Pilot. We're going to see how far I can get. I have been playing it on the Intellivision as well as the arcade version. And as I was saying in chat, eventually it won't be too much longer. I'm going to have all the sounds coming from OBS through the computer instead of through the mic, which is how it's going to be today. And I'm also going to have a Raspberry Pi set up so I can show different versions. Like sometimes, there's the same game is on multiple consoles of these retro games, and I can show a lot of the different versions. Maybe we can do a quick poll and, what's everyone's favorite version. And I'd like to just be able to show off the arcade, or here's the one from the ColecoVision, or here's Atari's version of the game, and then get into whatever game I'm playing, just like something else besides just popping on and playing the game. So Benville was first. I'm not sure he's still here, but time for Time Pilot. How clever. Chris Walker was here next. We were chatting a little bit before we came on. Anime Bailey, welcome. Salvatore. So Salvatore is going to be on Papa Pete's channel in about an hour. That's the main reason. I'm only going to be on 45 minutes to an hour tops. So we've got 2 shows after mine at 5 o'clock. We've got Retro Bliss Gaming, and that's Mike's Gaming Gala. And you'll have Brian of BD Retro Mods, the guy that makes all the controllers and arcade sticks. They are having on Justin Cheer, which does a lot of the graphics for Intellivision Homebrew games. That's going to be a very interesting interview. And then we have Papa Pete, Go Game Go Jeff, and Salvador as a special guest. They are going to be playing some games, and that's on at 5 o'clock as well. Emma Jade, welcome. Good to see you. Pierre, I was just chatting with you on Facebook. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into Time Pilot first. I'll just show it off for anyone that might not have seen it. This is the box, Intellivision Revolution. It is an arcade port of the first game. There's the back. Here is the manual. Full color manual with all the necessary information. Good to see. It's like, man, I need a haircut. I was just starting to need a haircut when I went in for emergency surgery to get my gallbladder removed last week. And now it's a little bit long. I need to trim the beard too. But I'll probably go in the next few days. I can only handle it getting long for so long. Here is the overlay. Hopefully that focuses there. I don't know that I auto fire. Sometimes whenever you're streaming it, you can't see the shots. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Here is the cart. Everything ready. Yes, good looking box and manual. Everything in this one I really like. I like the artwork, everything involved with this one. Yeah, it's not long for most people, but it's long for me. I like it short, where I can even, just a little bit on top if I feel like putting some gel in or something. All right, here we go. You guys let me know how the sounds are for me. And for the game. I can turn it up and adjust. I have not made it to where I have the sounds going through the computer. They're still coming through the mic with my current setup when I'm using OBS as well as StreamYard. But I do have the knowledge to get it all worked out through OBS thanks to one of the YouTube channels, and his name is eluding me. I think it's Michael. He does nothing but help people stream. And I've been following him for quite a while, and this one really hit home because I'm like, I could really use that. So shortly, I'll be able to have all my sound adjustments in OBS actually do something in the streams, whether I'm in StreamYard or OBS, which will help a lot. Oh, I looked over at chat. Can you guys hear the game okay, or do you want it to be a little louder? I'm just guessing maybe a little louder, but it's hard to tell on my end. And we talked about it. Chris and I were talking earlier. He said the disc is great for this kind of game, and it really is. I mean, the disc is phenomenal for this port. A little louder? I thought so. Let's try that. Let me know. I can go a little louder. Oh, that's funny. I look on the computer screen, and it looks better. It looks a little washed out on my monitor, but on my screen, it looks really good. Oh, I don't know how I didn't die there. That was a close one, that's for sure. This is a hard one to keep an eye on chat. Just letting you guys know I'll do the best I can. If I don't answer right away, you know why. This is not really a game you can pause and... Oh! Like right now I can. So for quite a while, my plan was how each show I do the Homebrew highlight, and then some point during the week, I'm supposed to play that Homebrew highlight because I just kind of show it off in the show. I don't get into it too much. So the plan was always to get into the Homebrew games and, you know, show them off, play them a little bit. And I haven't had time. It's been a crazy few months, but I'm hoping shortly. I got to find a good time slot. I would like to do it the same day and time. Just makes it easier for everyone to know. I don't like the random time slots. So I'm going to try to get into that. Oh, is that a glitch? That plane is stuck there. Yeah. Welcome back, Benril. This is the one that on the arcade gets hard for me. It's the first one that's hard at all. The helicopters. I don't find it as hard on the Intellivision version. So I'm off work for recovery for the next, I got almost 5 more weeks left. So I plan on doing a few more videos that are, you know, have been on my wanted to-do list for quite a while, but I also want to come on and showcase some homebrew games and play them for 45 minutes to an hour like we're doing today. See if I can find a permanent time slot, but if it's random, that'll work too. Better than nothing. All right, we're in 1982. Got 72,400. Oh, and I turned right into it. It was like a slow motion death that I knew was going to happen, and yet I still did it. My kids are back to school. My kids are in 3rd grade and 7th grade. They're 9 and 12, and they had 3 weeks off. I don't know about you guys, but I never had 3 weeks off for Christmas break. It was 2 at best, but they do 3 weeks now. And first few days are always rough, especially with my son. He doesn't like to cooperate at all. So we've been dealing with homework stuff, getting back in the groove. They're doing all right. They've both had good days. That's another thing that has been on my list for quite a while. Having my kids play. My son, he plays on all the gameplay videos. He plays all the 2-player games with me already, and he occasionally plays. My daughter wants to come up and be in a video. I gotta find a game. Maybe Unlucky Pony. I think she would like that. But I've had the idea for a long time, kind of like I'm working on segments for the show. Like I was just talking to Mike's Gaming Gala. He does a lot of gaming reviews, so he's going to have a segment on the show whenever he has time and when he does an Intellivision review. And he's going to be in charge of it. Send me the video, whatever he chooses to do. That's what he is. And we're going to put that in the show. We've got Roger, and we're going to have little names. They're each going to have their name, for that segment. And we're going to have Roger. He's going to do a segment on variants for collectors. And these aren't going to be like every show, but they're going to be whenever they record a video and have a topic. It'll be nice. Welcome additions. I want to start involving more people to the show, bring different kinds of content. I want to make it better. That's usually what I do. I take something. I just haven't had a lot of time, so I'm kind of stagnant right now, at least for the most part. But I do have a lot of plans. Just because I don't implement them, I have lists on my phone for videos to make, for things to do for the show, cool things to add in to what I'm already doing, new ideas. I'll slowly get to them. I enjoy just taking something and just making it better. So that is what we're going to be doing. And I turned into it again. We're over 100,000. I don't even remember what my high score is. I'm going to jot it down. I don't have a handy dandy blue notebook like the Intellivision dude to keep all that, but I do keep it on my phone. I have a high score note. So I try the best I can. The hardest part is actually after you play the game to go put it in there. So whenever I get it done with today, I'm definitely going to stick it in their notes, and then I can check if I do play this another time, because this is a game I like to play. This isn't one that I just play because I want to show off a homebrew. I actually genuinely enjoy this game. I never played the arcade version a ton, but I did play it, now and then. What's going on, Brian? More homing missiles on the arcade version for this stage? Yeah. There's the arcade, the helicopter stage 2, I find harder than this version. I don't know if that was a limitation and coming to Intellivision or an oversight. I'm not sure. Oh, I thought I would get it in time. That was just a dumb mistake. As a lot of talking and thinking about things, and it really takes your focus off of playing. It's really hard to get a high score whenever you're trying to watch chatting about stuff. The more you do it, the better you get at it, but still. Oh no! Thought I was going to get the parachute, but it didn't work out. I needed to get that. He was kind of gone too quick. There we go. For retro's sake, what's going on, sir? I couldn't even quite read all your comment because this is not a game. Watch this, you ass. Is it loud enough? Yeah, I don't have the game sounds. When I do videos, I have the game sounds going through the computer, and I have a lot of control with the different bars. But when I'm playing like this through the virtual camera and OBS into StreamYard, I don't have that control, but I will soon. I've got the capability now. I just need to implement it and download the OBS plugin, and I'll get that set up. I'm hoping to do that within the next week. It'll sound so much better. So let me do a screenshot. 148,700. I guess it's going to keep it there. Keeps the top 3. Let's go again. Let me catch up on chat here and make sure I didn't miss anything. I was gone most of today, but did you play today? I normally see you pop up. There's not too much I miss on YouTube, but we were gone a lot. I went and got another game. So one of the games that I got for my Master System, Shinobi, didn't have a manual, and it didn't let me know that they didn't have the manual. So I went back to see if one of the other versions had it, and they didn't. And then I picked up, what was it, Phantasy Star. That's one of the more expensive games. Maybe not the high end, but it's up there, $135. I picked it up. It was inside the case. He gave me a good deal. He's like, I'll give you a good deal. And I'm like, well, what kind of deal are we talking about? And he told me a number, and I'm like, yeah, that's sold. So I came home with an extra one. All right, let's go again. Auto fire definitely helps when you don't have to hold that side button. Oh, I thought I was going to die right there. You know, I'm in possession and helping a little bit with testing and stuff because I have all the hardware, but there's controller adapters. There's a lot of them that are being worked on, and they'll be available soon. They're getting close, where you can use NES, Super NES, Genesis, Atari Jaguar, Atari 2600, and you can use like the rollerball controllers, the guns. There's gun games being worked on, and it works really well. For those of you that haven't seen it or heard about it, I play tested it many times. It's really good. And then rollerballs you can play, you know, for games like Centipede. They'll work for pretty much any of the games, but I don't like them on all the games, but certain games definitely. And you can also buy all the 8-bit DOE adapters, the wireless adapters that let you, they work. I bought several of them just to try with the adapters, and they all worked. So that opens up a whole bunch more possibilities with modern wireless controllers. There's some other stuff in the works that I can't talk about yet, but I'm really excited for the day that I get to, whenever we have that person on and we reveal what's going on. It's going to be really cool. It's going to make it easier for lots of things too. So I'm really excited about that. It should be coming up here in a short bit. Lots of exciting things I think are coming this year. There's quite a few homebrew games that are in the works as well. I saw it too late. I see your comment. I'll get to it in just a bit here. Yeah, this is definitely, if you're new coming in, this is definitely a game that works well with the disc controller, and it's completely fluid and responsive. It just, you can see that is just so smooth, especially when you consider that you're playing on an Intellivision Gen 2 console. I mean, it's just very nice. I didn't. Kids homeschooling was a little overwhelming today. Okay. Code, welcome, Code. Good to see you. We are going for a high score in Time Pilot. I'm going to start trying most days to at least play a different homebrew. Most likely, they're going to be games that have already been my homebrew highlight for whatever episode. This one, I believe it was episode 45. And I just finished episode 40 or 51 yesterday. So it's been a few weeks. One thing I like over the Intellivision version, I like having the number of planes or helicopters or enemies that I need to kill to move on versus just the bar with the planes going across. I like seeing that number. What do you think about that part, Chris? Oh! I just looked up and I seen the shot coming. Not time to move. No time to move. Oh, not that. Come on, where are you at? We got it. This is 4 p.m. start time for me. This would be like the afternoon time, but I'm going to try to do it earlier because my wife will be working days and my kids will be at school, so I'll have more time. I know not as many people are available to watch, so I'll do a few in the afternoon like this time. This is whenever, probably like 15 minutes before I went live, my kids and everyone were home from school and work. It just kind of worked out. I can make sure everyone's home doing well and then come up for 45 minutes to an hour and stream. Uh-oh. We may not make the top score on this one. I just noticed that it has the high score to the right at the bottom. We're at 89, 900. We got to get to 148, 700. I need to focus on that firepower. Not like that. Think positive. I usually do. I'm one of the ones that I'm pretty much always happy. I'm not too picky with most things. I'm the one that's going to get along with everyone, including all types of people. Politics don't bother me, either side. Religion stuff doesn't bother me. I'm not the type to get mad at people. I don't unfriend people because they post something I don't agree with. I'm one of the ones that firmly believes live and let live. Agree to disagree. Those kinds of things. I like to look for reasons to hang out and chat with someone instead of reasons to be different. Things in common, I like to go for that. It's one of the reasons I love going to PRGE, because believe me, there are all types of people in our group, and we all come together. We put all that, anything like that as aside. It's a large group. We go out to all the meals. You know, we're checking out all the stuff. We're there because we love Intellivision and retro gaming, and that's why we meet up every year and just have a good old time. I highly recommend it. Everyone's treated like family if you go. Everyone's invited pretty much to all the dinners, all the little hangouts, the rooftop drinking sessions pretty much each night. You know, if you don't drink, you just hang out and chat with everyone. It's all like-minded individuals enjoying Intellivision and other retro homebrew. Mostly Intellivision for that one, though. I've started to go to more shows this year. Like, I've went to a few small shows. I've been to Sat Gamers Expo, and we're going to Midwest Gaming Classic. We leave the end of March, but the show is actually the first weekend in April. I'm so looking forward to that. We made it a big, long family vacation. We're going to indoor water parks, visiting family, seeing some monuments. We might go to Mount Rushmore. My kids haven't been there in person yet. You know, we're going to stop and see a few sightseeing things along the way, whatever we have time for. And then, of course, the 3 days at the show, where I plan on going on a spending spree like I always do. I've really been going, I mean, I've got a ton of the Intellivision stuff. It's pretty much when I find variants or keeping up with homebrew releases and just looking for oddities, and there's not much that I don't have. I mean, there's so many versions of consoles. I'm working on that, but those aren't the types of things that you find every day. So I've started collecting a little harder on NES and Sega Master System. I've always loved both. I had both as a kid. I think I'm 200 and something games in on NES. I did buy another 15 or so in the last few days. Oh, I didn't even see what got me there. Oh, we are at a high score. Close to dead, but we are at a high score. And I am somewhere now in the 40 range. I believe there's only a little over 100 North American release games for the Master System. And I'm over 40 now, I believe. Sometime this evening, I keep lists on my phone, and I'm going to update all my NES, go through it all, make sure it's correct, and do the same. Oh, I can't believe I went out like that. 159, 700. Make sure I don't buy things, especially, if you buy an $8 game, a double, who cares? Give it away, trade it, off it somewhere. But when you buy like a 50, 70, 100 something dollar game, you don't want to buy it twice. So I try to keep good lists on my phone. Yep, tied high score, beat it by a little bit, about 11,000. I think I got at least one more game in me. Let's see. Let's go. Let's do it again. So does anyone have Time Pilot? I know you had to get the club to get it, so it's a little more rare, but there were a lot of those clubs that were sold, so there's a lot of people that have them. I think I bought my first one, then I bought two more, then another one, then another one. I ended up getting, and I bought a sixth one because my buddy PJ Smith says, man, I really want Time Pilot, but I don't want to buy the whole thing. I'm like, say no more. It's like, I'll just divide it up, sell you the one game. And so I bought a whole extra one. I'm like, I know someone else is going to want one of the other games, or I'll just keep them to play. All right, here we go. Auto fire is button 1. That's a rage reset right there. Rage reset required. I probably should, since we're going for a high score, die in the first few seconds. But I have found, oddly enough, like I was just playing on my Switch, Retro Bliss. He does the Retro Bliss Ninja Contest, and it's 4 random games. It's all retro. Sometimes I think there's a MAME game, a 70-100 game. There was NES game, which was Donkey Kong. Was it 2? And what's the other one? I don't even know how to say it. QIX. For MAME. That was the MAME game. Oh, get off! So I always try to compete with at least a game or two. And I was down there, since it's on the Switch, it's easier. I went to the NES classic games and played it that way, and I got mine submitted. But my best game was one where I died quickly and then just didn't rage reset, and I ended up having my best game. So I guess it's true. Whether you die, towards the beginning or die way into the game, a death is still a death. You can still have a good run. So I normally don't like to reset, is where I'm going with that. Because you can still have a good game with a high score, even if you die at the beginning, like I did on this one. Ooh, that was close. Too close. Oh, I didn't think I was going to let him get out of the screen there. Ooh. All right, so that's the next level there. Don't get tagged. Anyone just joining us, we are playing Time Pilot, going for a high score. Right now I'm 159,700. I've got maybe one more game. It depends on the time. I got to be out of here before 5 o'clock my time, Pacific. For those of you who didn't hear earlier, we've got 2 shows coming on that I know of at 5. We've got Retro Bliss Gaming and Mike's Gaming Gala. They are having Justin Cheer on, a guy that does a lot of amazing graphics work for Intellivision Homebrews. They're going to have him on for an interview. That's going to be quite interesting. And then you also have Papa Pete, Go Game Go Jeff, and they are having guest Saboteur on, and they're going to be playing games. I can't remember what they're playing. I want to say it was arcade games, but I'm not 100%. The Salvador is usually just, you don't see him on very much. We've had him on videos from PRGE, but he's not usually on actual shows, and that's going to be interesting to see him on. You see him in chat all the time, not usually on. He comes and plays Horse Racing Live. He's actually the guy that's by far won the most. Horse Racing Live will be coming. That is the episode that I missed from recovering from the surgery I had last week. That was scheduled to be a Horse Racing Live. We are also working on, and Roger and I have talked about it since I'm off, we're going to get everything lined up. We want to get going on Intellivision Jeopardy. We're going to do kind of like a test run. I'm hoping in the next month. We got to get enough to fill a board, get everything worked out, how we're going to lay it out, and then we have 3 people that will get to come on and kind of do a little testing before the show. And then it's not going to be as often as Horse Racing Live because it's harder, with all the clues and everything. But we'll do one every so often whenever we're ready and have people that are wanting to come on and play. And when we have enough clues for different boards. But I think that'll be a fun addition. Only 3 people can play that one versus 6 with Horse Racing Live, but it'll still be something else and different, fun to play. All Intellivision related clues, of course. Oh, come on. You keep playing until you get that one game where you don't have any deaths that were totally avoidable. And that's whenever you knock out one of those amazing scores. I don't even know what that was. Ooh, that was too close for comfort. I think the worst thing for my recovery right now is, is laughing. So, like, whenever I say something, either it's funny or I say something, tormenting my wife, and she gives me a look and I start laughing. Or one of you guys, when I'm watching YouTube, says something funny and I laugh. I did that for Retro Steak. I threw some shade, just meant to be in a fun way. And his response made me laugh hard. It was like instant karma. Laughing definitely hurts my one incision. That ping pong ball sized stone that had to come out needed a bigger hole, and that's the only one that hurts. So far, I don't notice too much. They say it's going to take a little bit for my body to adjust. I would have to say, based on all the possibilities of what could have been happening, that I've been pretty lucky. And I have to be grateful for that. 1, that it didn't burst before I had surgery, and 2, that I've been pretty lucky in recovery. Oh, ugh. That was another close one. I don't know why I just don't turn away when it gets close like that. I gotta go for it. No, I don't. Just move. Oh, that one almost had to get away, and we got to get that guy, and then next level. 106,900. We're about 53,000 off the high score. I don't know that we're going to have it in this one. I do have one more game in me. We're doing pretty good on time. Only thing about this game, it's hard to chat too much. Tylord, what's going on? So normally I think it would be a little better, but I had such a large gallstone that I am off work for 6 weeks and 2 days. None of these other incisions bother me at all. The only one is that large extraction hole that the gallstone came out of. So I don't even know what it would be like if I had a regular surgery, if I didn't have that large stone. But basically, although I am limited, because they did put holes in me, I am limited to no more than 15 pounds until February 17th. I'm cleared to go back to work unless I have any kind of difficulties. So I am following all orders. I am not, it's really hard too, because I'm the one that's like, once the whole door's open, why'd I do that? Carry everything. Don't make my wife carry anything. You know, it's like, I want to help do things around the house. I have to be good and not carry anything. And that's the hardest part. Oh, that was close. Tylord, what's the next show you're going to? What's the next event? I'm going to be at, so Jared had talking about a local game store. I was going to go there Monday. His normal days are Monday, Tuesday to be closed, and then he's open Wednesday through Sunday. He had a video up saying he was going to be doing some things, rearranging things in the store, and he's going to be closed through Sunday the 12th. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, you're closed through Sunday the 12th. Ooh, 141. I got closer than I thought. I'm like, okay, you'll be open Monday. Nope. So he will be back open tomorrow. I went to Utopia Games again today. I picked up Phantasy Star for the Master System, which is one of the heavy hitters, I guess. And we're going to go by Jared's, check out what he's done, and maybe take some video footage. He does have a few Intellivision items, so I can work it into my own show, or I can work it into the Retro Gamer show. All right, 438. This is the last one. Isn't there one on Roseville? There's one in Stockton coming up. February, it's Valentine's Day weekend, right? Valentine's Day, I think, is a Friday. That Saturday and Sunday, there's a big show in Stockton. Are you going to be at that one? I'm going to go see what kind of Master System and NES stuff I can find. And any Intellivision, I always document that. But the chances of finding something I actually want to buy or need, slim to none, unless you go somewhere like PRGE. But we are going to that show in February. If the wife lets you. Hopefully she does. I'm pretty lucky that mine doesn't even try to say anything. I'm sure she would love to be like, do we have to? But I mean, I make it a family thing. Like, we go out to eat, we buy the kids, plushies, friends, whatever you want to call them. They love getting goodies, food. So it's much better than sitting at home. So I do make them family events whenever we go to the shows. This is, and Tylord, I don't think you were here whenever I talked about this game. This is a game that came out in a club package from Intellivision Revolution. 3 games, a magazine, some other goodies. It's the only way you can buy it. There are still some available, but this is Time Pilot from that package. I'm going to try to start showcasing my homebrew highlights that I do on the show since I'm off for a while. I figured if I can't play them when I'm off, I'm never going to have time when I'm working. And the whole point of, half the point of me starting a YouTube channel and going from collector to YouTuber was just for showing off things for Intellivision. I don't really do too much else. I buy everything, but I don't show off or seriously collect for anything else. The other part was just showing off rare items, bringing the news, trying to do my part. I can't program games. I work with all the publishers, most of the publishers, programmers. We have people on whenever they're bringing new products. I just like to bring awareness, help do my part to keep Intellivision alive and going. This is a newer one. This is one that just released recently. It's the Intelliclub Pro 2023, but it recently came out. It took quite a while to get them all done and everything out. And this is one that really is just perfect for the controller on the Intellivision. The disc, this is just a great game for the disc. Sometimes, you know, the disc, I don't mind it. I've been playing with it my whole life. But but some people, you know, they don't like it for some games, which I understand. I don't like, there's no controller I like for any kind of game. I have a, you know, variety of controllers depending on what I want to play. But this game is not one anyone should complain about. With auto fire, you don't even have to push the side buttons. Oh, that was close. One more. Here we go. We're right at the end now. Where is it? There it is. And we're moving on. We got 18 minutes. I will be going no longer than 5 o'clock. There are some other shows, and I don't want to go over into their time. We've got Retro Bliss and Mike's Gaming Gala. They're going to have on Justin Cheer. They're probably in the back room right now, in the green room, talking. They're going to go on at 5. Justin does a lot of top-notch graphics for Intellivision Homebrews. I believe he works on other things too, but and we have Papa Pete, Go Game Go, Jeff, and Salvador, a special guest. They're going to be playing games on Papa Pete's channel at 5 o'clock as well. So I tried to squeeze everything in from everyone being home and what works for me, and not to trample on anyone else's times for their shows. So I'm like, hey, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock to 5 max. That's perfect. Just play one game, not changing them up and trying to get my high score and trying to show off a little bit of the game at least. All right, what year are we heading to now? 2001. 56. Got to get 56 of them to move on. Oh. I want to end beating the high score. That's the goal. I'm in a converted attic game room, and man, whenever they turn on the heater downstairs, they fry me. I'm someone that's always hot, and I don't like it whenever they turn on the heater. I'm like, once in a while, I'll be like, you know, we say lady in the box, but, you know, the ALEXA, I can't say it because then it'll start doing stuff and talking, but I'll turn it off midstream. They start getting me all sweaty. It'll be like 74 downstairs. It'll be like 82 up here. I think in the summer it's even worse. Yeah, your Papa Pete does a lot of good stuff. He doesn't just do Intellivision. He does a lot of different things. He does focus on the old retro, but he does have a complete Xbox collection as well. OG Xbox, among a lot of other things. I met him in person. I mean, we talk all the time. That's really one of the guys that got me started actually doing YouTube. DJC, Papa Pete, Jeff. I was started out being a guest on Astro Smash Monday's show. And I'm like, you know what? I have this huge collection of all these games. I don't really like being behind the camera or in front of the camera, but you know what? This is fun. And I started liking it and just slowly started doing my own stuff. I still try to work and have different people on. Oh, there's no way I could get away from that. Different people on. I try to keep all the people going. once in a while, we'll all get together and do like a golf league, a bowling league. Those are a lot of fun. I mean, they don't get huge amounts of views or anything, but the regulars all watch. It's a fun competition. I really enjoy it. Seven more. I don't have a whole lot of men left either. There we go. Where is he coming out? There we go. All right. Cyrus, what's going on? This one is part of the Intelliclub Pro 2023. It's the 3 games, the magazine, all the other goodies. You get 5 ROMs. Oh, man. We're not going to beat the high score doing that. This is, Cyrus, my favorite game of that bundle. I mean, I like them all, but this is my favorite game of the bundle by far. I like Time Pilot. And it just plays so well with the disc. Oh, no! It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I do have a few men, but hey, I got out of the way of that one. All right, 5 more. One more. Let's get out of here. Uh-oh. Whew. No, not yet. Maybe, but he's one that has not really been prone to releasing ROMs. I would love to see this game getting more hands, that's for sure. Now I didn't know, but there is another Time Pilot, so I'm wondering if that sequel could ever possibly come. Is it Time Pilot 84, or there is a sequel to the arcade? Maybe there's more, I don't know, but I had only ever played the first one, which is the one that this one comes after. We are getting close enough for me to start being worried about that high score. I want to end on a good note. I don't like to end on a bad note. I do have a few men, but they can die quick. And I'm talking. Oh, there we go. We're close. Oh, I thought I died. Oh, come back. We're going to move on right here as soon as he comes back. 159. We're 600 away from the high score in the final game. I've only got until 5 because Retro Bliss, Mike's Gaming Gala, and Papa Pete will all have shows. So I just try to stick it somewhere in the middle. Even if I'm still alive somehow at that time, I am stopping. We have a new high score. Final game of the night. That is awesome. I like leaving with goals that have been fulfilled. We are at 170. No! I didn't even really see. I know it was probably that plane. Maybe he shot. I am using auto fire, Cyrus. Whoa! I don't know what happened there. It's getting close to the end. And here we are with this level. We just need to find the boss. There it is. Oh! Got him. Thanks, Tylord. I've never been anywhere near this far into the game, which is why I wanted to come live and start playing some of these games. The ones that I've done homebrew highlights on, my favorite games. I still have some early homebrews that I haven't, probably not even halfway into. Oh, Rick Dynamite. That game's hard as you advance. That's a really old game. It didn't come out fully until, was it like 2018 or something? But it was being worked on all the way back in like 2007, 8. I know because I was playtesting it way back then before I stopped collecting the first time. No. Oh, I moved out of the way of the ship. All right. 181.6. I'll definitely have to take that. Let me enter in my high score here. Screenshot that. Oh, a little sweaty there between the heater and the stress of trying to beat the high score. So that's going to do it for today's gameplay. I'm going to be trying to do this every day. I don't know that I can commit to a certain time each day. My schedule is going to vary, but I will try to post about it before it happens. So if you guys are still looking for something to watch, we've got Justin Cheer coming on Mike's Gaming Gala and Retro Bliss Gaming. He is a guy that does a lot of cool graphics for Intellivision homebrew games. That is starting in 8 minutes. You can find it on Retro Bliss Gaming or Mike's Gaming Gala. Then you have Papa Pete. He is going to go live with Go Game Go Jeff as usual, but they also have special guest Salvatore. And Salvatore is usually in the chat with all of us watching, but he is a special guest, and they're going to be playing, I think it was arcade games. Don't get mad if I'm wrong on that, but Guitar Geo, what's going on? We'll do another game tomorrow. I'm not quite sure which one. I'll figure it out, and I'll post about it. And until then, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for coming in and watching. I appreciate it. Had a lot of fun going for that high score. Now I need to remember to put it in my notepad so I know what to go for next time. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Rise up, get ready for the fight. The Intellivision gamer, shining so bright. Reviews and gameplay, he's got it all from classics to new. He stands tall, interviews and insights. He's on a mission, unleashing the power of retro intuition. He's got the knowledge, the passion untamed. Intelliclub burning with the flame. YouTube's his stage, says brothers unite. Intellivision gamer, he brings the light with the game console. He's making history.